like this before. So this is a bit of a thing. Don't know if anybody can hear me or see me. Actually, I don't think anybody's going to be viewing, to be perfectly honest. But we'll see. Users in chat, none. Still, never mind. Only doing this for fun. To make for an interesting video to look at, because Twitch also records as far as I'm aware. Also using OBS, which I've not used for streaming before, so you have to let me know how this sounds. Right, let's do what I'm doing. So I'm planning on going mining. Been mining, it's been quite successful. Not really done mining before, but decided I was going to do it, so I've set myself up with a type 10. Had some good mining so far, done some deep core mining, which has been lots of fun.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay.
Frameshift
Deep core mining is fun because you get to
charging.
blow asteroids up. This is just going to be laser mining though, which is
Ready
somewhat
to
less
engage.
exciting. But, I'll build my money up. My main way of earning money is through bounty hunting.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I've just thought of something. I'm wondering if you're going to be able to hear my sound to the microphone and therefore you'll get double sound. A friend of mine's due to join me in a minute. They'll be able to tell me what the sound balance is like. Because if it doesn't, I'll end up going on this later and just cringing at my own voice. Right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Very brave and looking evil there in the bottom corner. Worship the brave and look, he's like casting some sort of spell.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now I have lowered the resolution compared to what I normally play. Simple reason being I want to be able to check my streaming software whilst I'm playing, so I've got it in a window. I could have dual screened it, but I'm too lazy to move and get the other screen at the moment.
Fuel scooping.
This is the potentially boring bit. I'm just fuel scooping. I'm going to check the full spectrum scanner analyzer thing. This place has been explored to death, so there's something to find here. And most of my videos, I don't do much on Twitch, but most of my videos are on YouTube. I'm surprised I'm not actually live streaming YouTube in this, to be fair, because I've got quite a lot of followers on YouTube. So it would have actually made more sense
Frameshift drive charging.
to do the streaming on YouTube. But I didn't, because I'm silly. But what I'll do is I'll download this from Twitch and stick it on YouTube, hopefully the quality will. thought about recording while streaming, but that tends to melt my computer a little bit. Plus space. Just going to just sit here a minute whilst I'm refueling. So, got something to.
Fuel scooping.
It's just like a fuel scoop. Let's see whether I can actually access Twitch without logging in. Then I can see my own stream. That could be interesting. Twitch. I'm streaming. There's only a minor lag there, that's good. Now that's interesting. There's an echo going off, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Where it's saying the same thing several times. I can understand a repeat if it's picking up on the microphone. Well, that's interesting. But it's still echoing away. I don't know if that's Twitch or my streaming software. It's a bit weird. Right, I'm going to come out of watching main stream because that's probably what's breaking it. In fact, if I mute it, I'll come out of it completely. In fact, hang on. I can't come out of it. Go away. Ah, so you can hear me then. Cool. I can see chat and you can hear me, which is good. Is it still looping? Is it still bouncing, or has it stopped? Yes, it's still bouncing. Ah, weird. Hang on, I'm just going to go mute. And I'm back. Right, so as you can see here, my faithful single follower on Twitch has arrived. Yay! I was just saying earlier that I'm going to copy this recording, stick it on YouTube afterwards. What's the quality like? Is it looking alright? I'm not getting any messages coming up on this chat thing. So I don't know if you can hear me or not now. That's slightly irritating. Yay! That's my big monster mining ship. Spaceship! This is the inside of my ship. But if I turn off the displays a second, I can have a proper look. There's my legs! My hand. My other hand. Ooh. Nice view of the stars. This ship doesn't have a coffee machine. I'll show you on the other ships it's got a coffee machine in it. Right, turn things back on. There we go. So it's not an exceptionally interesting bit at the minute. I'm basically flying to a place quite a way away. Let's have a look. 6 jumps away. And then I can coffee machines essentially, yeah. And then I can get my ship upgraded. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got a phone call. Back in a second.
Fuel scooping complete.
I have returned. Right, sorry about that, I had a phone call. Right, okay, so what I'm doing at the moment is I am scanning the system using something called the Full Spectrum Analyzer. You can see at the bottom it's got like frequencies, and basically it's a bit of a mini game, so you can scan things and find things. If I was to find a place that nobody had ever been to before, because several billion stars, it's the whole galaxy, then I could basically scan it, get the information, and go and sell it for a ton of in-game money. One of the career paths in Elite Dangerous is basically that, it's exploring. So you go out, you find things that people have never seen before, you fly back, and you hope to hell that nobody blows you up on the way back, then you lose all the data that you found, and then you cash it in. We're doing the mining that I'm doing. I'm mining something that's quite tricky to track down, where certain things can be sold for a decent price. So I'm actually getting quite a bit of money, exploration money from bouncing around trying to find somewhere to sell stuff. My main way of making money is, of course, bounty hunting, like shooting crooks and getting those alright. So yeah. Right. Let's have a look. See, so this one I've not been to. So you get money for scanning places that you've not personally been to. Get a bit of money anyway, because potentially it scans up and stuff like this. The actual places that you scan, you can get your name put to. I'll just show you actually. If I go to System Map, and I go to my, it's the wrong one, on the Galaxy map, sorry. This is the whole Milky Way. If I go to my bookmarks, I can show you one that I discovered. I've got a few that I've discovered. The one here, there's loads to scan at this one, for instance. Absolutely miles away. But I scanned this system, and just waiting for that to come up now. There we go. Discovered by me. Discovered by me. Discovered by me. Discovered by me. All by me. Somebody found that one. What? I wonder if when I came here I scanned this star and all the other planets and I forgot to scan that star maybe. So somebody else has been here since me. That's interesting. This one, another one of mine. You can see it takes quite a distance to find places other people haven't been. This is all me. All me, all me, all me. Nobody else has been here. Why has nobody else been here? Because it is absolutely miles away from where
Fuel scooping
I am.
complete.
I'm not sure actually where. It's down here somewhere. And we're over here. So it's a long way away. Going back to where we're going anyway. Right, finish fuel scooping. My ship has got a fuel scoop on, which means I can skim certain stars, not all stars, but certain stars, and get there. And get usable gases from where they want to fuel my ship. Otherwise you're going to end up stranded out in the middle of nowhere. Now, being asked, do you spawn a random place when you start for the first time? Because that could work out great as a path if you start to undiscovered place. No, you always start off where you left off. When you first play the game, you start in what's called the starter systems, which are fairly safe places for people to learn to fly effectively before heading out into the big scary universe. So you literally you start where you leave off each time. Unless you get blown up, then you escape pod re-emerges you back in the last station you docked at. Right, now what I was going to do, full spectrum scanner. Other people have been to this one before, but I didn't scan it
complete.
Previous, and there's no planets, so that's fine. That's the scan done. Now, something you can do further, if you do find a place that's not been scanned before, or even just one that you've been to, because I've not been to
Frameshift
before,
drive charging.
you can actually scan planets in more detail. You can drop probes on them, you can get proper mapping on what kind of materials they've got. And if it's got rings, you can mine the rings, things like that.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
You're going to last it down on your controller and go to bed, try to get to a new area. No. You cannot fly in a straight line from one place to another. You have to use the jump drive, because otherwise it would literally take years, if it was physically possible, which it actually isn't, because the hyperspace is technically a secret loading screen. But, so what you do is you can pick any star you want, and then you can jump to it by bouncing from star to star to star, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Now, the only downside, the only downside to bouncing around is that you can't just leave it to it. You have got to keep an eye on things. As you saw, it drops you out right next to a star, and if you don't have the brakes on, you can potentially slap into that star. You could turn up in a system and there could be somebody flying around who decides they're going to shoot you for the fun of it. So obviously you don't want to be away from your keyboard for that to happen. Out in the black, which is what they call it when you're out exploring and there's no other people, you are safe on that. But again, you could fly straight into a star or something like that. So it does have to be fairly hands-on. If you are doing exploring, what a lot of people do though is they have something like YouTube or the TV or something like that, and then obviously you can watch things whilst just controlling the basics like this.
Fuel scoop
A
disengaged.
couple of things to show you. You see the heat monitor, which is that percentage on the top left of my radar. If that goes too high, obviously that causes problems.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's why, as you see, it goes up as the hyperdrive charges. If I do that too close to a star and too warm, that will cause me massive problems. The slightly crazy looking man is the creator of the game. The other space person is just a space person, and the two holograms are the ships. So you look at two different ships, but two on the same by accident. These are all just decorations. You can put fancy lights around your ship, and you can probably blink your ship up if you want. You can decorate the outside of your ship with paint jobs and ship kits, which are effectively things like spoilers and stuff. That's how they pay for the service, really. You buy the game once, you don't pay a subscription, but people do buy ship kits and paint jobs and have to pay for it, but you can actually earn the money to buy ship kits and paint jobs within the game itself as well. So theoretically, you could completely decorate your ship without ever donating any money. It's a fairly new thing. Interesting looking flight. So different astral bodies are of different frequency. Things at this end tend to be ship trails left behind. Ooh, that was fine. So there's some combat going off. This particular ship, because I've got it kitted for mine, isn't the best thing to take into combat, so I'd rather not. I'll leave that alone for now. All of these planets I'm discovering are boring. I might as well make the most of the footage. In fact, I'm not going to, because this makes for a boring stream. Let's leave that. Get on again to where I'm going.
Fuel scooping.
But what I might do is with mining tonight, so that I'm streaming, I might actually do some combat runs or something. Show you the thrills of combat. So I'll get the ship around the get it upgraded, and then I'll fly back, get my battleship, and then go out and some shooting.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it is unusual for an online game not to have subs, but yeah. Fuel scooping, so you see the fuel meter on the bottom right. I've actually stuck the Elite logo over half of that thinking about it. So that gets used whenever you jump. Also all your ship systems use a certain amount of fuel. If you run out of fuel, you die. because everything stops working. Now the fuel scoop is like a shovel that sits on the bottom of the ship. And as you fly by a suitable star, like one of these ones, it will scoop up relevant gases which the ship's hydrogen drive can then turn to fuel. It's a careful balance between going too hot, too close to the sun, or going and getting a decent scoop per second rate. Look, there's a star. Oh, the eyes, my eyes. Can make for some quite nice extra, maybe use actually an extra star. Oops. For a ship called Goldie. That glowing bit at the back is a heat sink, because my ship's rather warm. The claw marks are just decorations. All our ships have the claw marks on. What's the controls written down on this one? There it is. Type 10 Defender. Oh, I haven't named my ship. Haha, forgot to name it. My ships are normally Wolf something, and this particular one I only rebought it recently. I forgot to name it, so that should say something, but it doesn't. It says Type 10 Defender, which is the model of ship. Oops. Look, there's me. Setting up the controls. Now, oh, good question. Can you buy fuel or do you have to make your own? Both. You can buy it or you can make it. Obviously, if you're scooping out one of those space stations, then you are not allowed to buy it, so you have to scoop it. My ship's also a rather large ship, so it's only a lifting station. You won't ever land there anyway. Kitty of the Damned. Yeah, that's a good name. Now, one of the
Frameshift drive charging.
good things with the one of the good things with the game is the community it's got. So people might be
3, 2, 1, engage.
I've just got a message for you, sorry. One of the things that might be the issue is if you run out of fuel, you have a fuel scoop and you realise you're not going to make it to the next star, or for a fuel scoop, you've gone to a star that's not scoopable. In that case, what you have to do is you can call on the fuel rats. Now, let's say one of the good things about these is
Fuel scooping.
a bunch of people who have basically made it their mission to rescue stranded people. They fly out the ships for fuel. They use little drones to ferry fuel to the stranded person. They do it
Fuel
all
scoop
for free.
disengaged.
Oh, right, okay, apparently the hypercontrol's too loud. Let me turn down the in-game sounds. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? So I was waffling away and you couldn't hear a thing. Brilliant. Turn down my monitor sound a bit as well. It sounds too low now. Okay, let's turn it back up again. So I like doing this live, somebody can test it for me. There you go. How's that sounding? Yay! Okay, so oops, and I've done the classic thing. This is called the loop of shame, where you're going too fast, you're not paying attention, and you go straight past where you're supposed to be docking at. Oh no, maybe not. Might recover this. Yes, the hyperdrive is rather loud. Have to remember that. Now this is station landing, which is a bit different. Sorry, ground station landing, which is a bit different to space station landing. Space station, very majestic, very nice, very pretty. Landing on a planet can vary. Now, also can't remember if I've sorted. Oh, hello, that's a weird glitch. Can't remember if I've. Now I'm getting jumped on by somebody. Might see combat after all.
Scan detected.
Switching to combat. It's a federal dropship. I'd probably rather not tangle with this because I'm not at full capacity. However, he did start it and he's wanted. He's elite though. This could hurt me. Let's give it a go.
Target shields offline.
He's actually running.
Frameshift charge detected.
He's proper running. He's not a very good pirate, is he? Might as well put the guns away. Yes, that was an NPC. It's rather frustrating.
Charging.
Could have probably taken him. Never mind.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And you might notice down in the bottom right you've got sys engine wep. This is power balance. More power to the engines, you can dodge better, you're faster, etc. Systems is things like shields, and weapons is obviously weapons. So for combat I normally do that, which means I've got a decent little bit of maneuverability. I mean the ship flies like a whale anyway. And I've also got some power from the guns and some shields. Well, the two types of weapons I've got there, you saw briefly, beam lasers, which cut through shields quite nicely, but can use a lot of power. And then I've got things called multicans, which are basically gigantic miniguns, which obviously cause a lot more damage when it comes to things like hull, not the place, the ships. And that's the only problem. Where I want to be is directly in front of me. I don't want that when I come into orbit, because otherwise I'll be hitting the atmosphere like a brick. There's not much atmosphere, but there's enough of gravitational shear for it to be a problem, so I need to actually come in to orbit a bit lower down. I'm mumbling again, aren't I? That's where I need to be, alongside base there. Right, here we go. So once I pass into the blue ring, I'm going to be to orbital flight.
Orbital flight engaged.
Not used to having the ship's voice. I've normally got one that sounds a bit like Jarvis. Now I normally do all my landings manually. However, the Type 10 is enormous. So I do cheat a little bit and use an auto land when I get close enough, but you have to get there first. And once I pass into the yellow zone, it'll go into glide mode. Oh, and then it'll drop into just pure powered mode. Some planets have got some brilliant canyons for flying around. Do canyon racing with a couple of smaller ships, buzz around in them, or use one of the land vehicles and race over them. And with a fighter or a land vehicle or anything with me at the minute. Can do some pretty things though. I can turn off orbit line so it's a bit more realistic-ish. Dropping from multiples. Now I'm gliding. So there's no atmosphere, so it's a bit of a misleading glide. Full power to engines. That's the boosters firing. So I'm trying boost. You see the heat sinks opening there? And they're closing again because they're not needed. Open again because the heat sinks are empty. Yeah, low flying to check things out is all well and good. Not so much with this ship because it is just too heavy. See, I made a mistake here. I came into orbit way too far out.
Flight assist off. Flight assist.
Boy, aye. Yep, whiplash for the bobble heads. Don't think.
Frameshift drive charging.
No, there's no point in using the crucial. I suppose I could do.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
This has the potential to go very, very wrong. It just gets over the... too fast. Yeah, I did that wrong. Let's try that again. Frameshift drive to cool down.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, let's try this again. Turn on my side, I can still see where I'm going with that. There we go. So the trick is here to get a bit closer to it before I drop out of cruise. Yeah, about there should do it. There we go, that's better. Yep, I'm gliding straight down. Boosters. Right, stop now. Oh hell. There we go. Perfect, no problem whatsoever.
Lycon Charlie Whiskey Oscar Heavy Flight Control online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land.
See, normally it's a person that greets you, but at the engineer site, which is what this is one of, it's robots for some reason. So we are going to dock here. what you have to do first is ask for docking permission, otherwise it goes horribly wrong. If I did that right. Auto dock's on, which means we can play about the camera. Forgot my camera controls then. Oh, that's that way, that's that way. Oh, ship's computer's obviously decided a bit too high up. Apologies if you're getting motion sickness here. Where's the landing pad? Oh, it's over there. Now they're normally staffed, it's just that the engineers are kind of loners, so they probably just don't have staff. I think we're landing at that blue one there. Love how the wings fold up on this one. Landing gear down. Oh. There we go. Starport services.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome,
First thing's going to do our bits and bobs for us. In most stations you have contacts for various things like paying off fines and things if you get them, or getting bounties. Some stations have more stuff here. Universal Cartographics, this is where all the scan systems you can make money off. The further away you are from somewhere, the more money you'll basically get. Basically sell the trip so far for that much, I might as well. Just made some money just purely for scanning things as I came along. Now, a lot of stations have got a shipyard, so you can buy new ships. This one doesn't, because she doesn't do that. Refuel, engineer's workshop. This lady can work on all sorts of things, so can she do anything more with my engines? Probably not, they've already been worked on. So this has been done as much as possible. I've had the mass stripped down on it, and then I've had the engines boosted quite a bit. Shield generators. Now, let's have a look. Various things that we can do to the shields. We can make them more resistant to bullet-y things. Low power shields, so there's more power available for things like weapons and moving and stuff. Reinforced shields, or making them thermally resistant. Now, actually, I've already modified these. Yeah, I haven't got the ingredients to modify them anymore. These are already pretty good, so I'm just going to pin that for if I get the ingredients later on. If you pin one, then you can basically access it at other stations. So shields are done, engines are done. Frameshift drive, it's already got increased range on it. I don't think there's much else we can do to this. No, I haven't got the ingredients. Ooh, experimental effects. I haven't got the ingredients to add anything there either. Slightly irritating. Now you get materials. A couple of ways of doing it. Right, I came all this way for nothing because I've got everything done already. Basically you get materials one of two ways. You either go to one of those things like the combat zones, or where there's weird emissions detected and there's stuff that you can pick up from wrecked ships or whatever, or you mine them, or you find them on planets when you're driving around on a planet. There's quite a few ways of getting them, or you can buy the certain ones as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly home now. I'm not going to do mining yet. I'm going to fly home and get a combat ship, I think. Show a bit of that. Can take a few jumps to get there. It is going to take 9 jumps, that's not too bad. You have to be turned around before you can launch, I'm not quite sure why. It's something to do with the blast shielding at the back.
Landing gear retracted.
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
You can hear Blue Danube vaguely playing in the background. That's from the original Elite, it's a bit of an homage to it. So auto launch completed.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're going to head home by a totally different route again.
Ready to engage.
Ah,
Flight
you
control
played Frontier Elite 2 by the sounds of it. As a Rise of the Valkyries for things.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Hopefully this won't be too boring a flight. Got any questions, just ask them in chat. Ah, now this red star here I cannot scoop. This is not a fuel scoopable star. I'll just show you on the system map. It's this one here. And it is a Class L dwarf star. So, wrong sort of hydrogen. This is Class M star. This one you can scoop from. So if we were stuck in this system, we would still be able to scoop. But there's also some stations here as well, so it's not a problem. Looking forward to showing you my home station because that's quite fun. I haven't got the orbit lines on. I've got to turn that back on. See the edge of the star's corona then. You wouldn't get much for Frontier 82 now, unfortunately. It's a good game, but you wouldn't get much as far as, like, it's not worth anything to buy, sort of thing. If you have got the original box set with the maps, though, I wouldn't mind nicking that off you anyway. I've lived on that game. This is a lot better though. Not just graphically. The fight's better. The fight's more like the original Elite. Whereas Frontier was too physics based. Ooh. May have to have a look at that map. I'm not going to scan these ones because it's going to take ages. Potentially get quite dull, so we'll leave the scanning for now. Now I'm trying to decide, do I go with my original plan of mining loads of stuff, making loads of money, but that could potentially be a bit boring, or do I go for combat stuff? I don't know. Show you the combat. It could be fun. Yeah, it's out by now though. Galactic Central Time is Old Earth GMT, but it doesn't change for summer hours because there's no summer in space. Ah, interesting mining. Okay, the mining I'll be doing is just beam mining, which is just lasering off the surface of an asteroid. I won't be doing the deep core explodey stuff. Although I might do a bit of that later just for fun, just to show you, but this ship is not equipped with it because I've geared myself up with mostly weapons, so I've only got a couple of mining lasers on it. So I might do a little bit. That was my plan for the night, I suppose. In which case, what would be better? 3 jobs from home on my 6 jobs. I'll still show you home first then. Actually, speaking of home, I wonder how far from home we are. $160 we could make that. Let's have a look. That look familiar? It's home. It's Earth. Dun dun dun. Oh look, it's Uranus. Anyway. I'll go there this time. It is a quite accurate mapping of the galaxy, and it uses procedural generation to estimate what the planets are like around systems, but the actual stars are fairly well accurately mapped.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, at least as accurately as we can do it. Minutes still sleeping. Oh, you can stay up a bit later. Come on, how often do I do this kind of shenanigans? You can do it, you can do it. Look. Now there's 3 superpowers in the game. The Federation, the Alliance, and the Imperials, the Empire. They have quite different styles of ships. The Alliance doesn't really have its own army, but the Empire and the Federation have been at war for a while. I've slurred my words there. We've also got the Thargoids, which are the alien race. They've come back for a fight. Interesting to do. If you wake up drooling on my tablet, if I wake up drooling on my tablet, then it's your fault. Wow. You'll be fine. Oh look, another ship. What is it? It's a Cobra Mark III. That's the original ship from the original Elite. Haha. That's a Type 9. Which is a similar build to my ship, but not combat ready. Not really. More just a big hauler. There's the Eagle, that's a little combat vessel. One of them crashed into me the other day, it just bounced off. No, none of the ships that I'm scanning at the moment are players. They're all NPCs. You've got 3 modes of play. You've got open, which is everybody who's playing in open together, so it's completely full of people and quite a lot of NPCs. You've got group, which is where it's a private group of just players who you want to play with, and again lots of NPCs as well, of course, because there's billions of stars. And then you have solo, which is just you and NPCs, and that's it. You can freely flip between them at will.
Frameshift drive charging.
5 jumps. Yeah, I'm currently on group with the guys I fly with. The 10th Hawks. We pretty much own 2 of the stations in this system. Well, kind of own. We got our faction made into an in-game faction, so there's another system we're trying to get into at the minute as well. Yes, the Nexus on No Man's Sky is known to have issues. No Man's Sky is an amazing game, but the multiplayer does still have issues.
Frameshift drive charging.
One thing I wish they would do with this is crossplay. Unfortunately, PC players can only play with PC players, PlayStation only with PlayStation, Xbox only with Xbox. There is no crossplay. It's a big shame. The background simulation, so the economies and all the systems and things like that, that's universal. But the actual client communication side of things is strictly per system. It's a bit of a shame. So I could take a ton of rare stuff to a station, make it so it's not so rare anymore, because it's all loads there. And somebody on the PlayStation could go to that same station, PlayStation could go to the same system expecting to sell their stuff for loads of money, only to find it's not worth that much because I've already sold a load. Ah yes, players randomly donating stuff to each other in No Man's Sky. I've heard about that. Do I need fuel? No I don't. Solid line means I've got enough fuel. Dotted line means I'd need to refuel on the way, so actually I don't need to do any fuel scooping now. But you know what, let's see what happens when I get too hot. Watch this. See the smoke coming off my console. My ship's melting. Ah! Boink. I've managed to get up to nearly 300% before half my system was fried out and it wasn't so good.
Taking heat damage.
Yep. Once you get over 100, it starts to damage modules. So if I show you modules, so you see that percentage on health, it's because of heat damage. Module goes 0, you're knackered. There's things like life support and things like that you kind of need to look after. If something does die completely, it's something important like your hyperdrive, you can reboot the system, and sometimes it'll give it an extra % just to keep you going, because it scavenges bits from other modules. And you can also turn modules on and off. Whether if you're running out of power, you can shut things down, like the fuel scoop and stuff. Fire groups, that's what triggers what, depending on what group mode you're on. That's my ship, so you've got things like external lights, night vision, all sorts of stuff there. It's all good. Inventory, haven't got anything, just little drone limpets. System faction status, that's broken. And then this is my ratings here. You've got the codex that tells you about stuff, and also some interesting bits. Squadron I'm part of, about the galactic powers, the news that doesn't work anymore. There's all sorts. To get there, I can also just look at it, and it pops up when I look at it. But if you do it that way, it's a lot more zoomed in. That's my crew member, Jarvis. He's not with me at the moment, actually. He's back at the station, because this ship hasn't got anything for him to fly. Details of the ship I'm flying. So yeah. And you said about the music dying, that's not the music playlist. There used to be the Galactic News. That used to be read out, and that was rather good. But they have stopped it for the moment. Not quite sure why. They say it's not coming back, or at least in its current in the form it was in, so we shall see. There is music in the game, it's currently turned off. Because I normally play other music in the background was flying. Oop. Right, so my home system. Not my home system, not there yet. Got one more jump.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scope
Trying to resist? What, get in the game? Get it! Thing is, if you get an elite account, you technically don't even need to fly, because you could just jump in the passenger seat with me. And just fly in the ship with me. I think, I'm not sure where the seat is on this one. Oh wait. I'll just go to cameras a second. What's next camera? Oh, do you know what? I've not got this camera set up properly. Hang on. Yeah, there's something I'd forgotten. Camera. Previous. Next. There's me. Got the seats next to me. Hello, there I am. Hi. Just looking around. There's the other seat, so you'd be sat next to me. In fact, you'll be one of two sitting next to me potentially. And what you can do when you're sitting alongside me is you can manage the external camera and look at things and record things as we go around.
Drive charging.
All sorts. You don't need to get to where I am, to be fair, because you could fly a fighter, you could drive the truck around on certain planet surfaces, you could be a gunner in the ship, you could man the lasers or the turrets, or you could do mining. Once you got the hang of things, you could fly a fighter, get the hang of the whole concept of flying. Fighters are great because if they blow up, you just a remote control, so if they blow up, we just build another one and send you back out. So you get the hang of all the different flying with you. Because Jarvis is my ship's computer, although I haven't got his voice on him. I can't remember what the name of this one is that's flying with me. Friend's Terminal. That's actually the name of the place, it's Friend Terminal. Oh, Jarvis, sorry, the fighter pilot. Because they don't. They sit in the fighter bay. I don't know why. I think it's because they're pretty much jacked into it, so the remote systems and launching off they go. I'm not sure. But yeah, so you could fly around in a fighter so you got the hang of it. To be fair, it doesn't take that long to build up in this game. It's the skills that you need that take longer. So you could very quickly get quite a decent ship. It's just you wouldn't necessarily do amazing things with it initially. Just take a bit of practice. I think you'd enjoy it. Oh, you might have a birthday coming up soon, I believe. Oh, I see. Well, I could throw some goods at you in game. You can't directly send money to each other. I think they've done that on purpose to escape gold farming. What you can do is I could fly along, drop some goods off, you could scoop them up, sell them. That gives you some money. You could do it that way, I suppose. The way I did it was I flew with a friend of mine into combat areas, and as long as you get, if you're in a wing, as long as you get one hit on something, when it goes boom, you get a share of the bounty. So a lot of my early bounty hunting was done as a pair, so we both shot things and I got money that helped me build up, and once I could afford my own decent kit, and then I was able to go more solo. But yeah, if you hunt together you both benefit. In fact, if you trade together, I traded in 100 I can't remember which was 149 million credits worth of ore the other day. A friend of mine was in my wing at the time because he was flying as support, and he got 6 million credits as a share when I traded, just for being on the wing. So it's very easy to get some money across. Speaking of which, it's meant to be on, but it's not. Yeah, timing can be tricky. But whether it's dangerous if I'm not streaming and talking, we can communicate purely by typing in-game. In-game interface is pretty good. Yeah. Here we come. I'm going to see a station in a minute, and they are huge. That shooting star is actually another ship. That's what we look like when we're in full speed. Controls, okay, pretty much anything you want. You can have 2 joysticks plugged in if you wanted. You can have what I've got, which is a separate joystick and a separate throttle. You can use keyboard, you can use touchscreen interface, which I use, as you saw, which mimics keyboard inputs. You can use mouse, which is something I've recently learned to do. There's all sorts of control options. Whee, there we are. This is a big ass space station.
Charlie Whiskey Oscar. We're happy to have you, Commander. Priority access will be granted upon request.
Look how big that is. Oh. You can use a pad as well. I flew with an Xbox pad for quite a while at one point. Oh, but I asked for docking permission, hadn't I? It does a little bit like an International Space Station, yeah.
Flight assist off.
This is where space travel's quite clever. The ship's not now constant, now not con. Fly backwards.
Flight assist.
Using inertia. Flight assist is like where the ship finds its thrusters to compensate for stuff. So if I'm flying in one direction, I want to turn around, it fires the thrusters for me, so I'm flying like an airplane. If I do what I did there, I turned off flight assist, that means I just glide.
Flight assist off.
Oh, there we go, they're dock now.
Approved for assigned landing pad is number 02.
One auto again, just
Acknowledge,
purely to
Commander.
make it
Clear for assisted docking.
so I can make it prettier by doing things like this. Watch us going in, whee! Or even external view because of this. Quick enough I can actually get in ahead of the ship. Oops, I've run into the floor, I think. Oh, it's definitely bigger than the International Space Station, oh yeah. Look at the side of the ship in all reality, look at it. It's me in there. What I like about this game is all the little details. Well, there's a little entry port there. Little door. Right, anyway, let's refuel, repair. So, mining or combat? Mother Eagle, Mother Viper, Vulture attack ship, Imperial Eagle, the Dolphin, which is the passenger ship, Asp, the gunships. Chieftain's an interesting one. My exploration ship, the passenger ship, my combat ship, or the one I'm on now. I am going to do mining because that's what I was going to do, so we'll do that. So we'll go to Galaxy Map. It's better, wasn't behaving then. I'll be honest, I am mining in one particular place. It's making people lots of money at the moment. Because my ultimate plan is to make lots of money and then I can get all my ships up so that they're really, really, really efficient. We will see some combat because there will be some pirates to jump us when we first get there. Tell you something, the fighting are fun to fly because they're really fast, small, fast and just lethal. I mean, it really is a pretty game.
Frameshift drive charging.
There's going to be a few jumps here. 12 jumps, shouldn't take too long. I think I need to refuel about halfway along. And we'll be going to where we're mining. Probably actually shoot some idiots whilst we're there. And yeah.
Fuel scooping.
Forgot to change that. I've gone for a different one. Oh well, never mind. So I hope you've had a good day.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's have a look. Ha! Look at me, Muppet. It's got built-in instructions and all sorts, so any beginner can play.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, one of my friends is on. Beat Saber. I wish I could play Beat Saber. Unfortunately, it's the curse of VR. In fact, I can't use it.
Fuel scooping.
Is Trials of Mana good? It's annoying that the demo is good. Is that because it means you're going to end up buying the full game? What? Jump. Stupid thing. It's a good demo. Annoyingly, it means you're going to end up buying the game. Ha 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 ha. Well, so far I managed to resist buying all that stuff I listed off the other day. So many good games, so many sales. What's the battle system on it like? Is it like Final Fantasy original style, or is it more of action combat? Real-time action.
Fuel scooping.
Ooh. Tell you the combat system I really liked was in ooh, no, I don't think that's the best. I liked so I need to refill a bit. I liked Project Cross Zone and Super Robot Tyson OG Saga's combat style, where it was tactical, but then when you went into combat, you strung custom combos together, which is really clever. There's like a side-on view one as well. Yeah, I know you know it, but other people might not. Just amazed that that hasn't been adopted more. What I do find funny is everything's going 2D again now. But I realised that 3D wasn't the thing necessarily. I know your people, I didn't. Shut up. He's in there doing a new Final Fantasy game. Oddly enough, Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, there's Final Fantasy 16 coming out. Hopefully they've learnt their lessons from 13 and 15. 15 was good, 13 not so. If I say 15 was good, I can only go off what you've said on that one. Sounds good. No, I think it's a self-contained game. It's not going to be online. If it is online, to be like online elements. I think it's going to be an actual proper, if you like, Final Fantasy game. Oh, pink planets. This can get quite addictive, just scanning planets. I can make it surprising amount of money off this.
System scan complete.
Marvelous.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh. Yeah, 15 also suffered from other problems. It wasn't just the general making of it. It had change of like management a few times as far as I can tell. Right, this has got loads of things to explore. I can't scoop off this star, but let's have a look. What will be interesting to see is how badly the games industry takes a hit from obviously all the coronavirus stuff. And it's affected Hollywood, certainly. Crazy coronavirus. Loads of money from sales? Oh, because they're selling loads of games to people whilst they're stuck at home. That's a good point, actually. People are buying more digital games at the moment than they ever have, I would have thought. Then again, maybe not, because some people are worried about whether or not they're going to get paid. So a chunk of the market won't be able to afford to get games. Which again is why some companies are giving away so many freebies at the minute. I think it's all down to how people are handling things and whether they've got family they've got to look after and things like that. Some of the worst hit are obviously people who are maybe say self-employed who can't go and do certain jobs. I know the government is helping with paying for certain things, but you do have the problem that it's based off a previous earnings thing. If they're a fairly new business, they're going to be stuck. Yeah, we are really lucky with our employer.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, oh god, how many more jumps have I got? 8. I'm really, really, really annoyed at myself for going all the way to that engineer and then finding I didn't need it, because that took a chunk of time off.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Now, as an experiment, what I might do next time is do a live stream of this through YouTube and see if I get a difference, because I have got quite a few followers on YouTube. I've got none on Twitch. I'm going to put this up on YouTube afterwards anyway, but see how good the Twitch download quality is. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if live streams are any better for YouTube. The slight problem I had with YouTube when I first tried to set it up was it insisted on accessing my webcam, and I'm just like, no. But that's probably just me being impatient with the settings. I'm doing this through OBS. Because for some reason the video doesn't want to play with the overlay system, doesn't want to work properly on Elite Dangerous, because I'm not doing it through Steam. Never mind. It's all fun. There's one more here.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Interesting. So was that YouTube through OBS then? I think I made the mistake when I clicked the YouTube live link instead of doing it through OBS. Ah, that's me being a muppet. Excuse my pee. Another unscoopable skull. Oh, starting to worry a little bit now. I need a scoopable star. The next star is a fuel star for you. Now that's something newish that they've added. Back in the day it didn't tell you it was a scoopable star, you had to know by the star type. Something else on the Galaxy map is you can actually filter your journey by stars as well. So you can tell it not to plot routes that go through stars you can't scoop if you want. Oh, my eyes.
Fuel scooping.
Just check the heat isn't going up. Nope, heat stable, 55%, that'll do. Sucking up 127.65 per second. I only got a little fuel scoop on this, that was my mistake. I should have fitted a bigger one for this sort of journey, but never mind. Just means it takes a little bit longer. There are some things to scan though, so. There's lots of possible things to scan actually. That's interesting looking one. Stripey. If I wanted to, I could fly, like I say, I could fly up to that, shoot probes at it, get a more detailed map of it, but it's a fairly well known system, so it would be worth the time. Not for tonight anyway. A load of data here I can get some free money for, so oh, pretty. See, my ship, I'm discovering these for me, but these are already known, and I know that because of some of the other things that are popping up. Like this here, at this end of the spectrum, is always things to do with other ships. I'm not worried about those, you don't get any money for those. Do need some scans of those, but I have to fly over there to do it, and I don't really have the time tonight. Mouse, come on. Ah. Open the upper bounds. These little yellow rocky ones are a bit boring. Big balls of sand. You know what? It's not for that for now. Let's do. Still scooping fuel though. Get a bit more speed on it. I love the curls of fire coming off these. It's a bit too bright, that one there. In some stars you can actually just sit there and just watch the plumes of fire coming off.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
You see how it says anarchy there? That means there's no police presence there. It can be quite dangerous. So it's a niche. So dangerous. Depends on what you come across, of course. Depends what you're flying as well. Oh, another fuelable star, okay.
Fuel scooping.
5 jumps, I might as well just make sure. Oh, it's massively detailed. When you're driving around as well, even more so. You've got all the blocks and the dust and
Fuel scoop
your little your little SRV, surface rover vehicle, bounces around. It's quite fun. Depends on the gravity of the planet as well. Sometimes you really do bounce.
Frameshift drive charging.
The SRVs and also the small fighters you can decorate exactly the same as you can decorate your big ships. Should have showed you that actually, but you can add all sorts of paint jobs and stuff. Can't add spoilers to your fighters, but you can paint them off. I knew you'd like that. sort of easy to look at. You see all the fiery plasma ring away there. Glad I'm inside this cockpit.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, sunburn definitely. One thing you can do is you can choose to turn off certain voices as well. So when I'm in proper combat, I use the flight assist off quite a lot, and having to go flight assist on, flight assist off, flight assist on, flight assist off constantly can be maddening. So I quite often switch that off.
2, 1, engage.
Sometimes I see what I think are faces as you fly through these clouds. A skull.
System scan complete.
Ooh, new
Fuel
system.
scooping.
No stars. Now, I am going to dolly up on fuel a bit, although I've only got another couple of jumps to go. 3 jumps. I don't want to be sitting around without much fuel when I'm mining, in case I do get jumped I have to run away. So if I'm kind of hugging this starts to fuel up a bit. Yeah, it is a bit of a Rorschach test with the hyperspace lanes. Just see the gas flowing. Now on the fuel gauge, which like I say is the bottom right, you've got the fuel per hour that's being used. As the switch system is off, that goes down, etc. It's quite good. The blue bit is how much fuel that this next jump is going to take. The orange bit's obviously what's left.
Charging.
Mass locked means there's something too big for you to fire up the jump drive. So supercruise like this or hyperdrive you can't kick it in if there's something too big and heavy nearby. Now the downside to that can be if you're in a small ship and a big ship's nearby shooting at you, you can't run away very easily. Well, the chances are if you're in a small ship that survives an attack of a big ship, you're also going to be boosting away as fast as possible anyway, so you will escape.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, you kind of need space to jump, yeah. Something to do with the gravity ones that affects you.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, nearly there. I think you'll quite like seeing the little drones collecting the stuff on mine. Out on money. Thanks, John. Oh, I'm going to scan this one, I think. Yeah. You definitely need to plan your loo breaks. Right, I'm going to quickly scan this. So what I noticed, if you listen carefully, it's almost a tune. A spooky space stew. Oh, where are we? Oh. There's one. There's an orangey one. Who? There we are. Oh, missed one. Yeah, there's a bit of a freaky little mini tune. This can become quite an addictive little mini game, really. Where's that last one? There.
System scan complete.
Sometimes you'll get one of them behind the star that you're around, so you have to like fly around it a bit before you can scan it. Right, our target system is ahead. Once we get there, we'll be jumping to, I can't remember which planet it is, but you'll see hotspots on the ring. That's because it's already been scanned, so it remembers from last time.
Drive charging.
Just hope there's something left and nobody's strip mined it. This has been a very popular site, this particular system. We're going to be mining off fragments of what's called low temperature diamonds. Now, there's two ways of mining low temperature diamonds. You can either hit them with lots of lasers, which is what I'm going to do, and just strip stuff off the surface, and you get lots of fragments, and then your refinery, which I've got one on board, will put those fragments together to form the diamonds. Or you do deep core mining where you blow the whole asteroid up and then scoop out the diamonds. Now, that gives you bigger results per boom, but it can take a lot longer to actually find the darn things in the first place. Sometimes when you're looking for certain minerals, that's the only real way to do it. Now, what's the question? What does that happen in solo? I'm really sorry. Elaborate. What happened in solo? I can't remember what I said. People taking your claim. Oh, you mean if I've scanned somewhere and I'm the first person to have found it? Yeah. Because the background simulator, if you like, for all the stars and planets and what people have explored and all of that, that is cross everything. So doesn't matter what platform you're on, doesn't matter what mode you're in, that's all linked. So if I find a planet in the middle of Nowheresville and I get back to a space station in inhabited space, then I claim it. Oh, sorry, gotcha. Right, so the rocks in the ring that I'm going to be mining, yes, theoretically other people playing in, say, solo or in open or in their own private groups, they're mining from the same resource. So if it did get mined out, then it would stop existing for all of us. Like I said, I could fly to a space station in solo, sell a ton of rocks, and then the next person who goes there to sell the same rocks will find they're not worth as much. Now that's one of the things here. I'll mine this and I'm going to have to go on. There's a really good website, Inara, which enables you to empty the universe, enables you to find out where the best prices are at this current time. Yes and no. I believe they do replenish themselves. I don't know how long it takes and stuff. There's so many stars that even if we did strip out the ones locally, There's plenty of other places to find. Just don't know what. I'm not quite sure how it would all work. But theoretically, yeah, I suppose you could do. See those hotspots? They're from previous scannings that I've done. There's 2 rings. The outer ring is icy. The inner ring is more metallic stuff. I just know that from previous scanning. Alexandrite, that's worth a bit. What I'm interested in is there is a triple overlap. Of low temperature diamonds. I just need to find which one that is. It's there. I want the one in the middle, I think. I mean, these planetary bodies are nice with the rings. And this is what I like about the detail on this. As we're flying, they go from being rings to slowly becoming the rocks we are looking for. Yeah, I can't remember what detail level I've got this set on, so these might look amazing or they might look crap. I can't remember. I want weapons hot first, just in case. So the reason why this particular mining site is so popular is because there's 3 overlapping sites, so the percentages for what you're going to get out of it go up massively. The eye bending orange will go away when we get close, and it stops being a sensor sweep and starts showing us what we've actually got. Ooh. I should show you that. That's quite cool from the outside. I'll go to external view. We get the weapons out. Oh, they're tiny on this ship. Ah, there we go. There's a mining laser. There's a gun in the bottom of the corners there. I'm gonna waste ammo for the cannons there, in case I need them. Lots of rocks. Ideally, I'm looking for ones with a flat edge, like that one directly in front of me. No sign of any pirates yet. A bit weird, they normally jump at you as soon as you come. Oh, there's one. There's some rock. What about rock? First, we have some visitors. There's an Aspect Explorer. Unlikely to be a target. Oh, he's coming in though. He's got a couple of friends. He's wanted. Say hello.
Scan detected. Under attack. Target shields Programming limpet drone. Frameshift charge detected.
Being away, I wasn't quick enough for turning around. No. Oh, well, that's just annoying.
Cannot comply. Flight assist off.
My problem there was I took too long turning around. Oh, that's annoying. Here, it went bang. That's twice you failed to even blow something up. Still, once I've done a bit of mining, there'll be plenty of things coming to kill me then, because I'll have something worthwhile on board. I want scan mode. Where's that flat one gone? What's that lovely flat asteroid? Where's it gone? Let's go for a different one.
Cannot comply.
Look, wrong button. Got my mining lasers. Yeah. Can't see. What I'm just going to do is mine any old asteroid, I think. Oh yeah, speed's definitely relevant to the class. That's why I couldn't catch them up. Right. It's my new. Interesting. Oh, it's like mining lasers require analysis mode to fire. Get a bit close. Of the effect out here, cars. Sorry. And that little white thing is a collector limpet that I sent out.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I'm going to send out a couple of his friends as well, I think.
Programming limpet drone.
I have 4 of those going at once. Asteroid is depleted, that means there's no more goodies. Well, I will come back a little bit.
Programming limpet drone.
There they are. Go grab rocks, they bring it back, stick them in the cargo hatch, go get the next rock. Aren't they cute? Occasionally they get a bit lost, get confused, bounce off an asteroid. It's not unusual to see a few dead ones floating around. So that's that rock. Oh, and there's nice flat ones. Dead annoying because those pirates took me away from the perfect couple. As to what they're collecting, I can check that thinking about it. So, you see, no, you can't see because my jet engine's fine. Fragments, liquid oxygen, hydrogen peroxide. I've got those on my ignore list because I'm not interested in those. In my hoppers, which is low temperature diamonds, is what I ideally want. I haven't got anything yet because I'm not refined enough. So let's. Nice flat asteroid. Now I didn't bring prospector drones, which will tell you what's in an asteroid, because every time you use one of them it uses it up. You end up running out of resources for them, so it's a weird shiny one. Also, other one. Ah, there's a flat one. Other mode I've got is quite handy when you're in the shadow of a planet, because obviously the ring can end up with a shadow. You've got night vision mode, which is quite handy for spotting rogue rocks as well.
Collector limpet expired.
That's because one's just crashed into a rock. In fact, I've only got one left. There's been a particularly big rock behind me somewhere. Get another cup
Programming
out.
limpet drone.
If I squeeze myself between these three, I can hit all three.
Expired.
Ah, never mind.
Programming limpet drone.
Oh, there's my shadow.
Programming limpet drone.
Right. Yeah, they are like lemmings. Very much like lemmings. So deep core mining, it basically involves asteroids getting blown apart. The big ring explosion, the problem is then flying around the chunks without crashing into stuff. Or more often you had limpets crashing into stuff. Right, let's go find us a flat-headed asteroid.
Programming limpet drone.
That looks fairly flat. Let's try you. See, Bromolight's not bad. Not really what I'm looking for, though. It's all Bromolite. Right, not bothered about that. You know what?
Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch. Cargo scoop. Retracted. Collector limpet expired.
Ooh. Duck.
Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah. When it says no valid collection, that's when, yeah, I'm stripping off stuff I don't need. Oh, the lights. See, I've got headlights.
Programming input drone.
Oh, crap. This is frustrating tonight. I've got loads the other night. What if this place has been mined out? Yep, you're learning. See, so I picked up sulphur there. Sulphur is useful. That's one of the engineering materials. Whoops. Look where you're flying. Flat one over there. I'm going to go for that after these two. It's all from light. It's all from light. A bit of sulphur. It says it's refined. I've got 2 refined so far, and that's because of all these little fragments here that have been mined in. Oh, where's that flat one? Oh, phone call at this time? Bear with me. This one looks like a floating brain. Now, see on this one, see on here, little nodules. There will be things you can shoot off with the abrasion blaster, which I told you about last time. I haven't got one on this ship though.
Collector limit expired.
Oh, look at him go. He even bounced off me. He must have crashed into something. One of these rocks probably. That looks flat, please be what I want. What we may have to do is try different hotspots, because if you remember the 3 overlapping, I might have just having to come to a fairly dead one and doesn't look flat anymore. Oh, low temperature diamonds, there are a couple there. Right, I have to very quickly go away from keyboard. I'm just checking there's no asteroids about to smash into me. Right, and then when I come back, I'm going to fly off to another area. So I will be back in a moment. I'll just leave you with the lovely flashing lights for a minute. I get a slightly more interesting view as well. There they are, sitting patiently by. If it looks like a big rock's going to slam into me, let me know. But that one does look like it's going to slam into me. I'm still on free camera. That's annoying. What have I just done then? Oh, fired off a shield cell. That's an emergency shield battery, basically. I've just used, that's what the flashy thing was. Oh well. Right. That's a bit safer. Back in a moment. Thanks for the status report. There is, however, a rock that looks like it's coming right for me. But perspective is an important thing. So, looks like my 2 drones have expired. Cargo scoop up.
Cargo scoop retracted.
I go to one of the other hotspots. For the last slot by all the asteroids. To pull my guns in, I can't jump anyway. Now, hopefully, which stuff have I actually got? Yeah, 4 units of Romulites, probably not worth much. I'm kind of hoping some pilots turn up because I really wanted to finish that last couple off and didn't get a chance.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now, normally when you just drop into a ring, it does spawn a couple of pirates. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen here. So I wonder if I've drifted out from the overlap. If I don't start getting some decent hits from this one, I'm going to fly right out and recheck where I am. You see the resource extraction site low, that means it's being mined by lots and it's low amount of danger. So there's probably quite a few security ships around. It says hazardous, it means there's no security ships at all because the system, because of the interference with the communications. That means it can be quite dangerous. This hotspot though isn't a being used site. That suits me fine. Now the resource sites are mined by NPCs more than anything, so there we go. A bit close to the asteroids there. Sent me bobblehead's a bit bonkers. On my way up, it's not a problem. I'm just going to work my way towards it. Yeah, kind of. Policed, whereas the other ones aren't policed. And I've got a couple of contacts. Let's get my combat spot. No, Type 10 Defender, that's the same as mine. And a Crate Mark II, that's my combat ship. These two could be a problem if they do decide to pick on me. One of them is the same size as me, and the other one is a combat ship who's picking on me now. This could be an interesting one.
Scan detected.
Oh, just in the Type 10s picking on him anyway. Getting hit by both me and the other Type 10, that's quite funny.
Frameshift charge detected.
No, 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 you're not running away. Ah, gutting. He's either somebody who's just bounty hunting same as I am. No, he is a valid target. Before I attack him, I'm going to target his main power generator. got some interesting weapon assortment.
Scan detected.
It's got loads. There we are, power plant. Go for it.
Under attack. Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
I've fired a shield cell, so I will suddenly get very hot in a second. The shield cell's not working. Oh, there we go. Sorry, the heat overload is because I've used the shield cell to the emergency battery for my shields.
Flight assist off. Taking damage.
Oh, just took my shields off.
Flight assist on.
Here we go. You're dead, mate.
Under attack.
Whew, that was fun. I just got 5% of my hull, which is nothing. Just to double check. Virtually no damage to anything. That'll do. That's all fun. Swapping over to mining. Go on, we're shooting rocks now. That was a bit of fun. The little one escaped. The big one went boom. I could have played that better, admittedly. I should have been doing more boosting past him and then flipping around as I went past and shooting him. I could have outmaneuvered him, but yeah, it was a good test of my ship. It was a direct one-on-one NPC, fairly standard build versus my lightly engineered one. Yeah, a pirate was attacking another pirate, and then one pirate escaped, and then I shot the other one. Yep, that was two pirates against each other. A little gutted I'd missed the other one, but never mind. Chased him off at least. Oh, I quite often have Jarvis in a fighter. And that could be useful because it, oh, hang on. That could be useful because obviously it's two things attacking, two targets instead of just one.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, I mean the NPCs in the game do, it does feel quite real sometimes. Oh, I didn't notice. Oh yeah, good AI is really important, especially this sort of game. Loads of low temperature diamonds there. That's the beauty we're looking for. A half box means it's a mixture. Ideally we want a whole one, but not getting that tonight. Where to go? Let's go down. Let's wait for the drones to do their job first. Otherwise I might leave some stuff behind. So what do you think so far? I really enjoy the combat in this, that's my main thing. Hence I'm a bounty hunter usually, because I like blowing things up. Especially the explosions in this. Come on guys, quicker. Oh yeah, you can chop and change roles as you want. I've only ever done a couple of passenger runs. My friend's done loads of passenger runs, so he made most of his money. Mining I've never really bothered with before until now. I seem to remember originally, and especially in the older versions of Elite anyway, you didn't have collector drones. Definitely didn't on the originals anyway. But even on the early versions of Elite Dangerous you didn't, so you had to fly up and scoop up all the fragments. That's a right nightmare. Collector drones definitely changed the game. Oh, I said down, didn't I? Confused, got myself lost. Let's head towards the hotspot, that's what I was going to do. So yeah, mining's fairly new to me. As I say, with the other ways of mining, you could find a rock that's got fissures in it, and then you drop in some ultra high explosives. You have to get the explosive yield right, otherwise it doesn't work properly. And then you blow an asteroid apart. So we'll do a bit of that next time you're watching. Just can be a bit of a pain trying to find the right asteroids. Because they're resource heavy on prospectors, don't it sometimes. It's a bit of a shame you can't just carve these rocks in half. Well, big difference with No Man's Sky. I suppose you can literally drill through asteroids. But only some asteroids. Seem to remember. This is Everspace I'm thinking of with the... Oh yes, some of them, I can't remember. There's loads there. No pure ones, but loads. It says galactic average 295,000 per unit of low temperature diamonds. I was selling them the other night at 1.4 million each. So yeah. Oh, look at those four on my scanner, all bringing rocks back with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Don't trash yourselves on that asteroid. So I'm going to make a fairly straight line towards that location, and I'll just mine anything on the way. It's kind of stock market, yeah. Like I say, it's supply and demand, definitely. Nothing came off that one that I wanted. Try and remember that type for next time then, to ignore. It's not always as straightforward as that kind of asteroid gives that kind of material. Sometimes you'll look at them and think, oh, that's one of those, and it's really not. I can see the shadow of the drones will go to work. Careful not to laser the drones in. That's a world bizarre sight. Oh, okay. Have a good night then, and I'll catch up with you when I do next. Thank you for watching. We'll record a bit more, and then if, like I say, I'll upload this to YouTube. It's already 2.5 hours long, but I'll upload it to YouTube just in case anybody finds it even vaguely interesting. And you never know, something dramatic might happen, like when I'm shipping back to sell them, I might get ambushed by 3 gigantic anacondas or something. But we'll see what happens. Have a good one. I've just noticed I've got another person watching. Hello there. Wasn't expecting that. I don't particularly have any Twitch followers. Most of my stuff's on YouTube. I thought I'd just give Twitch a go for the heck of it. Hello. Rubber Slayer. It's a fantastic username. Oh, hello. I should really look where I'm going before I boost. There's an asteroid above my head. Luckily my ship's shields are pretty darn good. Oh dear. I don't know if you're able to say hello in chat. If you are, then hi. I say if you fancy seeing some of the other stuff I've done, there's a lot of fighting game stuff on my YouTube channel. It's SeaWolfX UK, same as my username on here. But yeah, I don't really stream to make a profit or anything. That's impossible with the amount I don't do. But I do it just for fun. I was just showing my friend who was on earlier what Elite Dangerous is really about, or at least the mining aspect. Well, it's beam mining anyway, quite the same as deep core mining, of course. We had a little bit of combat because we had some pirates. You may have been here at the time, I'm not sure.
Programming limpet drone.
To be honest, I wasn't sure when you came on because it's obviously doesn't give me the full details for some reason.
Programming limpet drone.
Ay, ay, ay.
Collector limpet expired.
Oh, that means one of the silly little whatsits have gone and crashed into a rock. That's the only problem with these. They're useful, but a bit idiotic sometimes. Says the guy who just crashed into an asteroid because he didn't look where it was going, so I suspect they've got trapped between the layers. If I do that, I'll give them an easier way, not having to go around the asteroid.
Programming limpet drone.
Now it's a bit better for them. Get those 3, possibly the 2 materials, and we'll head to the next rock. So 88 units of low temperature diamonds the other night, netted me 149 million, which is not bad at all. My normal career path is bounty hunting. It would take a lot longer with that kind of move on bounty hunting. Unless I hit lucky. We'll get a couple of assassination contracts that are reasonably decent. Keep this way up, it might be easier for them anyway. Dum dum dum. I'd be interested to know, are you an elite player? Guess I might never know that. You're not talking on the chat, which means either you don't want to, which is fine, or you can't for some reason. Maybe it's the client you're using, I don't know. I don't mind. Free audience. See, I'm old. I remember playing the original Elite games. This is a lot better for mining than the older games. Here we come. Closer. It's bigger than it looks. There we go. I have got the filter set, so a lot of stuff that I'm chipping off with these rocks I'm not interested in, so the drones don't bother picking them up. Example here, there's loads of water, methanol, hydrogen peroxide. Not interested in any of that. Today I am just looking for low temperature diamonds. I'll see if we churn out some interesting stuff. Oh, loads of diamonds on that one. And then this one here. I'll sit here for a bit and just collect them all. Now, question is, how long do I leave it tonight? Do I load up loads? Wait till I get to 10. No, my plan was use all 312 units of cargo space tonight. Unfortunately, I wasted a chunk of my flying time earlier because I went to engineer some stuff as part of my ship, which I had previously already engineered, and transferred the modules to this ship and forgotten, so I've done what I could with them. That was a totally wasted journey. Oh well, it happens. Well, that looks fairly promising. Loads of stuff that the limpets like for that. That's what I've already done, isn't it? I should somehow highlight them and say, I've done that one. Oh, why is my computer recording? It shouldn't be recording. Lead. Interesting. For some reason, my software started recording as well as streaming. And the recording I'm just going to pull from Twitch to upload to YouTube. So I need to sort my hard drive out, in all honesty, to get some bit more space. So, oh heck, that's what I've done. That's right, depleted. Those minerals over there. Left behind by accident, I'll have to go get them. It's annoying. Got 4 collectors going, yep. Let these catch up and I'll go and get those other bits left behind.
Limpet expired.
Oh, the pod's crashed.
Programming limpet drone.
Not Bromlite. You know what, imagine Bromlite to the ignore list. Right. Bromlite can be useful, but you know what, I just want to get these diamonds in. I'm finding the characteristic flat top ones that normally produce loads, so I'm hitting everything this time. Do. I suppose annoying things that YouTubers do, I need to not do that. Oh dear. It's quite late, but I am going to work in the morning, so it's fine. Mainly because it's Sunday tomorrow. But also with the quarantine stuff going up at the moment, I can't go to work, so. Depleted. Lasers. Nothing of interest coming off that. Took a lot of digging. I've done that one to death. That looks fairly flat. I'm going to go to that one next. See what we've got left on here. Pure fragments of photomes diamonds. Excellent. I'll try the long wrinkly ones then in that case. They might be the key. I may have to wrap this one up soon. And when I play again tomorrow, there will be pirates, which is fine, because as you saw earlier, I can blow pirates up. That was quite fun, that was. T10 versus T10. Come on. Last one's in, you come. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. Oh, I do apologise. I think I'm going to pick up the remainder of these rocks, and then I think I may have to call it an end for now. So I will be back on hopefully tomorrow. The recording from this will hopefully be on YouTube by then as well. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you watching again at some point. Yeah, you're still online. Thank you very much. And goodbye from me for now. As I say, Seawolf X UK on YouTube as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye.